welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. So friends, it is back to school time. I know you all are so excited to start packing those lunches every day. And if you need some ideas for back to school lunches, then this video is for you. You may not need it right away. You may need it after a month or two into school, whatever, but I thought it would be fun to do a few ideas for back to school lunches that I think the kids will really enjoy. So this video is themed, and I'm gonna be showing you 4 different recipes, and all 4 are gonna be made in this muffin tin. Yep, that's right, muffin tin. No sandwiches in this video. One of the things I did want to say before I get started is, you know, from experiences being a mom and a lunch recess monitor, I find that kids often throw their lunches away because they don't really like what you pack them often. And they'll say to me, well, I didn't like that. I said, did you tell them that you didn't like it? You don't like that? And they'll say, well, no. And I'm like, well, you got to communicate with mom and dad or whoever packs your lunch and let them know. So take the time and just talk to your kids about what they want for lunches. Throw these ideas out there, and these are really fun to make, and I think the kids would enjoy helping you make them, and they are more likely to eat their lunch if they are involved in the actual making of the lunches. So just wanted to throw that out there. I do find that very helpful with my kids, and like I said, just talking to the kids, you know, that I work with, I think you'll find that they will eat their lunches a lot more when they are involved and help. So like I said, we're going to be doing 4 different lunch ideas. And this is just like the main course, and then I'll give you later in the video, I'll give you a couple ideas for like little other items to go with the main course. So it's kind of like the sandwich of the lunch, and then I'll just give you some sides to go with it. So I will be, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, I'll be filming probably over 2 days maybe, because I'm going to be making 4 different things. So right now, the first thing that I am making is corn muffins with hot dogs in them. And I'll quickly go over the ingredients that we're going to be using. All right, so the first thing we have here is just a box of corn muffin mix. This is just the Food Lion brand. It was only 50 cents for this box. Now this will make 6 muffins. So if you need to make more than that, just go ahead and double, triple the recipe, whatever you need to do. I do know the Jiffy corn muffin is a little bit sweeter. So if you like it on the sweeter side, or they do, go ahead and get the Jiffy. But you know, for 50 cents for this box, that's not bad. And then I picked up just a pack of hot dogs. They're just the bar-S hot dogs. They're going to be cut up and put inside the cornbread muffin mix, so it's not like you're eating it on a hot dog roll if you're kind of particular about hot dogs. I think I paid like $1.19 for that. We're going to add 1 egg and some milk, and then we're just going to mix everything up in a bowl except for the hot dogs. We'll be putting them in later. But one of the most important things I do want to mention is the cooking spray. You are really going to need to cover this well for it not to stick, because it will stick. So you're going to need to spray the heck out of that pan. So if you don't have cooking spray on hand, or you don't want to go that route, please feel free to use cupcake liners. That's not a problem. That'll be easy to do, and you can even find decorative ones that the kids might like and make it even more fun. So go ahead and use cupcake liners if you like. So let me go ahead, turn the camera down, and get started with our first recipe. All right, so before I get my mix started, just want to cut up a couple hot dogs. I'm going to go ahead and cut up 4 hot dogs. Okay, I can get it out of the package. Then we're just going to slice those up into small bite-sized pieces. Okay, so we have our hot dogs all sliced up. I'm just going to put that to the side real quick. Now let's go ahead, oops, open our muffin mix up. And you're just following the package directions for this. Put that in there like that. Whoops. Just like that. And I have my 1 egg. We're gonna go ahead and crack that. And you can also add a little bit of cheddar cheese if you want to the top of it. That would be really good too. Let's see, how much milk? A 1/3 cup of milk. Now this package calls for it to be cooked on 400 for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I already have my, can't see, my oven preheated. Go ahead, do that. Now let's go ahead and get my mixer and mix it all up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix this all up. Okay, now that is mixed up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in my hot dogs. I'm just gonna give it a nice quick stir. You can mix it up like this, or you can just put the batter in and then poke them down in there, which is fine too. That might actually have been the easier way sometimes. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and spray this pan like crazy. Go ahead and put my muffin mix in there. I'm gonna fill it up about 2/3 of the way. Oops, making a mess. Not surprised. All right, like I said, you can top this with some cheddar cheese if you'd like, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. So let's go ahead and get it in the oven. All right, we're gonna put it in. It's preheated at 400. It's gonna bake between 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna set it at 15 just to be on the safe side. And then I will check it at that point. And then we'll see how we're doing. All right, let's check them. It's been 15 minutes. Ooh. I think we are done. That only took 15 minutes, friends. Look at that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop those bad boys out and see how they look. All righty, you saw I sprayed those bad boys. So let's get a knife real quick. Let's just kind of go around the edges. Oh yeah, nice. Look at that, friends. Pops right out. You see that? Just sprayed like crazy. And they come out really nice. There we go. You can add a little bit of ketchup to the side with it. Maybe kids will be loving them. Look at that. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. All right, my friends, here they are. They popped out really nicely. They are done to perfection. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick little taste test. I'll break it open and let you see the inside as well. Look at that. You see the steam coming out? Look at that. Hot. Pretty good. I think the kids will really enjoy these. Really, really enjoy them. It's really, really good. It's not overly sweet. That's why I like the Food Lion brand a little bit better than Jiffy, because it's not quite as sweet. But if you like a more sweeter taste, the Jiffy is a little bit sweeter. So please feel free to go ahead and do that. And as you saw, they are pretty decent size. And I got 6 of them out of there. And these can be reheated in the microwave the morning of, or you saw how easy it was to make them. You can even make them the morning of, or just reheat them. They're, you know, fine room temperature. If you want to try to keep them hot, you can get a thermos, put hot boiling water in the thermos, let it sit for about 20 minutes or so, dump it out, wipe the thermos out really, really well, and then put it inside, and it'll keep it nice and hot until they are ready to eat lunch. But these are really good. And you just add a little packet of ketchup with it, or you can add a little bit of mustard as well. And as I mentioned, you can add some cheese on top of this when you're baking it. And some great sides for this is, if your child likes pasta salad, just do a traditional pasta salad with the Italian dressing. Give them a small little container of that. With this, a little bit of ketchup, a few slices of cucumbers or grapes, and they have the perfect lunch. Couple little Pringles potato chips, or just put your own little chips in a container, and that is the perfect lunch for a child. I mean, even high school kids might even like this if you give them like 3 or 4 of them. But like I said, you know, just add a little bit of pasta salad, some sliced cucumbers, a couple potato chips, maybe a little small treat with a chocolate Hershey Kiss or something like that. And I think that would be the perfect lunch. So that is our first lunch idea, and I hope that you enjoyed this one. So stay tuned for the next one coming up. All right, my friends, so my next, whoa, I had that egg in there, I forgot I put it in there. Oh, can you imagine? Oh my gosh, friends, can you imagine if that would have went flying? So anyway, my next second lunch idea using my muffin pan is mac and cheese muffins. Yes, mac and cheese muffins. You know, oftentimes I will make macaroni and cheese for the kids, and then there'll be a little bit left and they don't like having it left over, and I'll just make these quickly up, and they just, you know, will eat them the next day. And what I usually do is I just use the box mac and cheese. I very rarely make homemade mac and cheese. I just use this, and I do have some left over from today's dinner, so I thought I'd go ahead and make the little mac and cheese muffins and just show you how I do it. This would make a great lunch idea for your kids, and you can actually also throw one of those little corn dog muffins and a mac and cheese muffin together in their lunch. That would be perfectly, or you can just throw in a little hot dog, or just some little slices of ham rolled up with some cheese, with some mac and cheese bites, and some celery and carrots, or a little applesauce or something like that, and that would be the perfect lunch for your child. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I make my mac and cheese muffins. As I mentioned before, you want to spray the heck out of this, because you do not want the pan or the mac and cheese muffins to stick. You can make this fresh if you want, make homemade if you want. Whatever you choose, it doesn't matter. And like I said, I have some left over, and then I'm going to go ahead and crack an egg and whisk that up and throw it in there. And then I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of butter and add some panko breadcrumbs, or just regular, some regular breadcrumbs, or and some let let me start all over. I'm gonna melt a tablespoon of butter and add about a third cup of breadcrumbs. I have the panko breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs. I'm gonna just add in about a teaspoon or so of parsley, and then I'm gonna top it with some bacon bits. So I thought that would be fun. So let me go ahead, turn the camera around and show you how to put this together. All right, my friends, I just have my egg here. I'm gonna go ahead and crack that. Go ahead and whisk that up real quick. And you can put a dash of milk or two in here as well. That will work too. It depends on how dry your mac and cheese is. You can add a little bit of milk. We'll see. Okay. That in there like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my mac and cheese. Like I said, if it's really, really dry, just put a dash, not too much, just a dash or two of milk in there as well. Okay, so we have that all mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pan here. We're going to spray. And it also, again, depends on how much mac and cheese you have. If you do a whole box, you can get, you know, quite a few out. If you have just leftover mac and cheese, obviously you're not going to get as much. And you can also put these in like the silicone cupcake liners as well, because when you do heat these up, sometimes they'll fall apart on you if they're not overly crispy around the edges. As you know, the cheese melts. But they're really good, just room temperature, to be honest with you. So that's why I like these dishes that I'm making, because they're fine at room temperature. They don't have to be served hot. Okay. So I'm able to get 6 of them out of here. Okay. So let me put this aside and then we'll go ahead and melt our butter real quick. Alrighty, let me go ahead and do a tablespoon of butter. Oh, that's my oven coming up to temperature. I do have it on 425. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw a damp paper towel over this and melt it real quick in my microwave, and then we'll go ahead and get the topping ready. All right, my friends, this is the reason why I put a paper towel over it. You see the splatter of the butter? That helps a lot. All righty. And I'm just gonna put not quite a quarter cup of breadcrumbs in there. And then just a little bit of not paprika. Where am I getting paprika from? Parsley. Just a little bit of parsley. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that up really well. Just like that. And obviously if you have a lot more of this, you want to double. And then I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on top. Again, this is just, you know, personal preference. If you want a little bit more, a little bit less. There we go. So this does about 6 nicely. And then I'm going to go ahead and take just some of my bacon bits that I have on hand. This is, again, optional. You do not need to do this. But a little fresh packet that keeps it fresh. Obviously you can cook your own bacon too if you wanted to. All right, so I have my oven preheated to 425. This should cook about 18 minutes. I'm gonna put it in for about 15 and then I'm gonna go ahead and check it just to be on the safe side. All right, my friends, I did end up cooking this for a total of 20 minutes. So what I'm doing now is just scraping the sides down. And then I'm gonna let it sit up just a tiny bit, just so it'll not fall apart. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit there for a little bit, for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop them out. All right, my friends, we are going to go ahead and pop these right out. I let them sit for about 5 minutes or so, and they're still warm. You see that? They popped out nicely. If you try to take them out when they're still really hot, they're gonna fall apart on you, but you do want to try to loosen the sides and all so they don't stick. But you can see, popping right on out. This one I may not have, oh, I just splattered it on the floor. There we go. Like I said, you can, oh, that one fell apart on me. You can make these in the silicone baking dishes as well. This one kind of stuck. You see why you really need to spray it really well. That kind of stuck, which made that fall apart, but they're really good. Like I said, this one kind of fell apart because I didn't have that pan sprayed all the way, but these are really, really good. So it is almost 8 o'clock, so I am going to call it a night, and then I will pick back up again because I do have 2 more that I wanted to share with you. So for me, it'll probably be another day. For you, it'll just be a few seconds. So I'll see you shortly. All right, my friends, so it is the next day for me and just a few seconds for you. I just wanted to quickly mention that my son got home last night. It was about 9:30, quarter to 10, I guess. And I had bagged up the little the little corn dogs and the mac and cheese cups. Oh my gosh. And he come in, he's like, what's this for? And I was telling him, you know, I was just making them for my video to share. And he's like, can I have one? I said, sure. He ate 3 of the muffins and 2 of the mac and cheese cups. So, and the funny thing is when I make mac and cheese, especially when I do baked mac and cheese, I really like the breadcrumbs on top. He does not like it at all. And that was the first thing he said to me. Why'd you put breadcrumbs on top of that? And guess what? He ate 2. He actually liked it, and he even said to me, oh, this is actually good. So I just wanted to let you know that my 16-year-old liked it. So anyway, friends, let's get started. My next recipe that I have for you are pizza bites. It is a very easy, simple recipe. It's pretty much just making pizza, but in the pan. So I'll quickly go over what I am using, and then we'll get started. I just picked up some of the Pillsbury pizza crust, and you can also use like the crescent rolls if you want as well, but I picked that up. I would have went with the generic brand, but they did not have any. Obviously a ton of cooking spray to spray our muffin pan really, really well. I just have some pizza sauce. I got this at Food Lion. It's called Mama Mary's. I think it was like $1.09 or $1.19 for this entire jar. And I believe Aldi sells pizza sauce as well. And the nice thing about it is this one here I actually like. It's very flavorful. And I will just add a little bit of garlic. I use granulated garlic, but if you just add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of Italian seasoning to any of the generic pizza sauces, I'm telling you, you will not know the difference. Mozzarella cheese. I'm going to be adding a little bit of the Parmesan cheese as well. You do not need to do that. I have some pepperoni. I've already chopped up, quartered the pepperoni to put in. And then I'm going to be adding some onion, red onion, and some broccoli. I like that on my pizza, but honestly, you can add whatever you want on top of this. Not a big deal. I will not put this on all of them because nobody else in the house eats that. It's pepperoni or cheese. Hubby does like the meat lovers pizza. So you could absolutely put a little bit of, like if you have breakfast sausage and you have a little bit left over, chop that up, throw it in the freezer, so the next time you make it, you can pull it out and add it to the pizza. If you have ham, you can chop some ham up, bacon, Canadian bacon. Anytime you have that food for dinner and you just have a small amount leftovers, don't throw it away. Chop it up, bag it up, put it in the freezer, have a little bin, pizza toppings, and make them for, you know, on top of your pizzas. So don't waste anything. All right, now that I've talked and talked and talked. Oh, and I also have a little bit of flour because I need to roll my dough out. So let me turn the camera down, stop talking, and let's get started. Oh, and before I forget, I am preheating my oven to 375, so that is on while we're gonna go ahead and do this. So let's turn the camera down. So as you can see, I just have my little mat here that's covered with some flour. I am gonna go ahead and, I think this is going, one thing I forgot to mention, I am so sorry. I wanna cut the dough out. Use between a 3 to a 4 inch circle. This belongs to my hamburger patty making thing, or you can use something like this. Like I have this little chopper here, and you can take that top off and use it to cut it out. And if you don't have something circle, just go ahead and cut out square, not a big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and generously spray. I should get 7 or 8 out of this pizza dough. So I'm just gonna go ahead, spray those, and I'm gonna put it aside. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open up my pizza dough. Okay, go ahead and roll that out. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. This is the part I hate to do. I hate doing this. I just always struggle. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just cut out my little circles. That's 1, 2, 3. Did I get that good? 4, 5, 6. See if we can get 8. Seven, 8. Okay, now we're gonna push this off a little bit and we'll bring our muffin tin over and put them in. All right, my friends, we now have our circles cut out. And like I said, if you don't have a circle, not a big deal. Put it in. I'm gonna press it down right in the center. Bring the dough up on the sides like that. Okay. Stretch it out just a little bit. Oven is now at temperature, which is a good thing. I always want to get that preheated before you start working, because I find I forget often, and then I'm sitting there waiting for it to come up to temp. I think I can get a little bit more out of here, to be honest with you. So let's try. Waste nothing. Let's do this. You don't want to do it too much. Oops. Make a deep dish pizza. Let's see what we can get out of here. That's pretty thick. Let's see what we can get. This is a lot thicker. Probably should have stretched it a little bit more instead of pulling it apart and making it fit. We're gonna try a deep dish one there. How's that sound? Let's see how that works. I don't wanna waste this at all. So I'm going to go ahead, put it in here. I've never done this before, friends. I usually spread it really thin and able to get the cuts out. So this is me experimenting with this leftover. This is actually pretty thin here, so let's see. We might be having some deep dish pizza. I wonder if, now my brain's going, what if, let me think here, just out of curiosity, y'all know, you've been following me, I make a lot of mistakes in the kitchen, but what if I do half and half and try like a little calzone type or stuffed pizza? Oops. What do you think? Got nothing to lose, right? Let me do that. I'm thinking maybe this will be the stuffed one. I don't know. And then put this on top when I put the seasoning in. Let's try that. Like I said, I got nothing to lose, right? All right, so first thing we're gonna do is add a tiny, tiny bit of cheese. Y'all know I love my cheese. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my sauce, and I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of sauce to each pizza. Okay. Spread that out a little bit. And like I said earlier on in my the video here, kids love this kind of stuff. They love making it. And if they make it, they're more likely to eat it. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some more cheese. Now, depending on how you like to do your toppings, you can do your toppings and then some cheese. It doesn't matter. Okay. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of my garlic salt, granulated garlic. This is just a quick sprinkle. Okay. Then I'm going to take my veggies that I like. I'm gonna put them right on here like that. I'm gonna do 3 of them. I'm gonna experiment with the one that I'm eating because, like I said, nobody in my house really likes this kind of stuff. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take some pepperoni. And as I said, I went ahead and quartered them. You'll see. Just add those right on there like that. Put some on mine too. Okay. We'll leave some just cheese because we have our non-pepperoni lovers. And there we go, my friends. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that right on top. Just like that. And you don't have to use Parmesan cheese if you don't want, or if you don't have it, no need to. I'm just being a little creative here. And like I said, you know, the kids really can have a blast with this. If you want to add a little bit of Italian seasoning again, a little bit more garlic. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this little last glob, which is our experiment. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it on this big thick one here. I have no idea what this is gonna turn out to be, friends. I am just experimenting, honestly. Truly am. I think I'm gonna throw a little bit of cheese on top like that. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put this in the oven for about, I think we're gonna do 20 minutes at 375. I think I'm gonna check it about at 18 just to be on the safe side, but normally it's about 22 minutes, but I always try to go a minute or two under the normal cooking time, just because sometimes it does cook a little bit faster. All right, my friends, here is a close-up. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. Set our timer, and then we'll see where we're at in about 18 minutes. All right, my friends, 18 minutes is up. Let's do, oh yeah, 18 minutes, plenty. Oh, I'm kind of laughing at this one. Look at that, that's the one. Ooh. All right, let's get these out of here and do a taste test. All right, my friends, I'm just gonna take a fork and just push away from the sides here, and then just plop that right out. Oh, look at that. Oh my, I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, look at those, aren't they awesome? These popping out very easy. they're not even like sticking to the sides, because I did spray that really, really well. And then this one's gonna make a liar out of me. That one apparently I didn't spray really, really well. Oh, they're hot. Hot, hot. Oh, these are awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, let me get them all out. I know my son's getting ready to leave for work, and I think he's gonna take a couple with him real quick. So let's get these done, please, real quick. All right, my friends, so here you go. I'll give you a close-up picture at the end of this video of them. I'm telling you, they smell delicious. Now, I thought this was hysterical, my little experiment. Isn't that funny? It weighs a ton. I'm gonna cut that in half and then show you what the inside looks like, and we'll do a little taste test. Why not? All right, so I cut it in half, and it's a lot of dough. See that? It's a lot of dough. I am not a huge dough person. It's not bad. Dip it in some marinara sauce. Like I said, I'm not a huge dough person, but if you're a dough person, this actually is pretty good. It's got a good flavor. Now, I did want to show you one of the little pizzas that I cut in half so you can kind of see the inside as well. Okay, and I'll have a picture at the end of it. So, like I said, friends, this is something fun to do with the kids. They can pick their own toppings, put on there. I really think that they would enjoy this. And like I said, when they make the food, they are more likely to eat it. You can heat it up in the microwave. If you want to try to keep it hot, as I mentioned earlier, fill a thermos with hot water, let it sit for about 20 minutes, dump the water out, dry it out really, really well, put it in there, or just heat it up and let it come to room temperature and put it in a container and let them take it to lunch. Because who doesn't love, you know, it's not really cold pizza, but room temperature pizza, you know, I still eat it right from the fridge. So this is a great alternative to making sandwiches. And I also know, just from my own experience as a lunch monitor, kids love ranch with pizza. You can send them in a small container of ranch, send in a couple of these, have some carrots and celery as well, because they can dip that in the ranch. So that would make a wonderful lunch. Add a couple, like maybe some potato chips or some of those veggie straws. That would be really good. You can add in there, and then maybe a small little piece of chocolate and a drink, and you have a awesome lunch that I think the kids will really enjoy. So that's it for the pizza bites. Now we're gonna move on to our next, or our last, I should say, muffin lunch idea. All right, my friends, so we are on our fourth and final muffin pan lunch idea, and I think this one your kids are gonna love. Most kids love tater tots, don't they? Even us adults love tater tots. This is just a tater tot muffins, I guess we'll call them. It's kind of similar to what do they call it when you get them as an appetizer? Potato skins. When you go get potato skins, like at TGI Fridays or whatever, it's similar to that. So basically the only ingredients, again, we're gonna be using our muffin pan. We're gonna spray the heck out of this pan. Couple tater tots. Cheese, you can use cheddar cheese, but I like Mexican cheese. Some bacon bits or just regular bacon if you want. Some chives or green onion, and then I have some chicken chopped up here. And this is a great one if you buy like a rotisserie chicken and you have a little bit of chicken left and you're not sure what to do with it. It's not enough for another meal. This is a great idea to do. You can have tater tots one night for dinner and just hold a few off on the side for the lunch the next day, and you can use that leftover rotisserie chicken. So it makes a great lunch idea for the kids. And you know, one of the things too to go with this, add a little bit of sour cream on the side. You can add some mozzarella sticks if you want. You can get those already pre-made, or you can make your own in the air fryer. Even a couple little chicken legs with this. You could do the tater tots without the chicken and then do like 2 chicken legs for their lunch. Add a couple apples or grapes with it, and you have a wonderful lunch for the kids. And again, have them help make it, because when they make it, they eat it. So let me stop talking. Let's turn the camera down and I'll quickly show you how easy and fun this is to make. All right, so I have my oven on. I am preheating it to 450 degrees. And as usual, we are spraying the heck out of the pan. And then we're gonna put in about 3 to 4 tater tots, let's see, into each muffin pan. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 tater tots in each pan. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna stick this in the oven for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna put it on the lower rack, and then we're gonna cook it for about 10 minutes. Then we're gonna take it out and we're gonna squish it down and then add the rest of our ingredients. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven real quick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put these in the oven at 450. I am going to put them on the lowest rack. And I'm going to cook them for about 10 minutes. All right, my friends, it's been 10 minutes. So let's see. Okay, that's good here. Let's do a quick little test. Oh, yeah. All right, let's set that there. Okay, so I just have a little juice glass here, and I am just pushing down and just squishing them, making like little cups. Can you see that? There we go. Just kind of to hold the cheese. There we go. I'll give you a quick close-up of that. And, oh, just burnt my hand. You see how I done that? Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my chicken that I had left. Just put it right in there like that. And you don't have to do chicken if you don't want to. You can just do them without it. And then I have a little bit of, again, I'll put my cheese on. Y'all know I love my cheese. This is about a half a cup of cheese for 6 of them. Then we're going to take a little bit of bacon bits and sprinkle those right on top. Just like that. They're smelling good already, and they're not even fully cooked yet. I haven't tried this yet, but I actually was wondering, you know, I do tater tot casseroles, and I was wondering if I could do something similar to that. This is pretty close without the cream cheese in it. Or not cream cheese, the, oh lordy, what is it called? The soup mix stuff. I'm betting that would taste good too. Alrighty, so I am going to go ahead, put this back in the oven just for about 4 minutes maybe, just till the top gets nice and golden brown. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put it in. Just putting it on the regular shelf. And then we're gonna put it in. We're gonna go 5 minutes and then I'll check it. Alright, my friends, timer just went off. And I think we are done. They look delicious. Ow, ow, ow. It's a little hotter. Look at that. And they look delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and let them cool just a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and pop them out. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and pop these right out. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? I did take the knife and just go around the edges gently just to loosen it up until they started spinning in the pan. And they're still pretty hot, so I'm going to put them on the plate and then let them cool. And then we'll obviously do a taste test because, you know, even though I know what they taste like. And then I'll give you a close up in a few seconds. All right, my friends, they are done, and look at that. I'll put a picture of it at the end so you can get a really good close up of it. But they look delicious. They smell delicious. And I have a little bit of sour cream here that I'm gonna put on one of them. And also, I just wanted to mention, these are really great just as a side dish too. We love fixing appetizers for dinner. I'll often do like chicken wings and tater skins and mozzarella sticks and things like that. So this is great just for dinner as well. It doesn't have to be just for the kids' lunches. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So I have a little bit of sour cream. You can put this in a little dish for the kids on the side if you want, and then give it to them in their lunch, and they can just put it on themselves. These are so good, friends. Absolutely delicious. All right, my friends, so that would do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I inspired you or gave you some ideas for your children's lunch. And as I mentioned earlier, it's a great way to spend some one-on-one time with your child by preparing the lunch with them. They get to pick what they like. They love making it, and if they make it, they eat it. Trust me, I see a lot of lunches going in the trash because they did not want it or they don't like it, and kids won't tell their parents they didn't like it or want it. They just won't tell you, and here you think you're giving them a lunch that they enjoy, but a lot of times they are throwing it away. So anyway, friends, thanks again for joining me. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, would you please consider subscribing, as it does greatly help me out and it allows me to bring you more fun videos like this one. Don't forget to hit that little bell because it will notify you every time I have a new video coming out. Hit that like button, share please, and don't forget to follow me over on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok as well. I am very active over on Facebook especially. So friends, thanks so much, and I hope your child has a wonderful school year. Bye.